Hey guys, Mike here, the Detroit Borg, and I'm pretty excited to bring you both colors of the Moto 360, the most anticipated smartwatch this year. So we have the black version and the gray version. The gray version has a gray Horween leather watch band with a stainless steel watch face. The black version has a black Horween leather watch band with a black painted stainless steel face. This looks a little more stealthy, and I think this one looks a little more jewelry-like. Both retail for $249, so about $250. Now both of these are running Android Wear, so any Android phone running 4.3 or newer and supports Bluetooth LE will work with these watches. Now both of these have circular displays with a 1.56-inch diameter display with a resolution of 320 by 290. They're using IPS LCD technology instead of OLED like Samsung's watch does, so these work a little bit better outdoors, but they're not quite as vibrant. They don't quite have the same off-axis viewing of an OLED display. Now in terms of specs, they have a TI OMAP 3 processor, of course pretty low end, 4 gigs of internal storage and half a gig of RAM with a 320 milliamp hour battery. Now battery life is estimated to be about 1 day depending on use, so plan to charge this overnight. Now both of these come with gyroscopes, accelerometers, a compass, a pedometer, and a heart rate sensor. We also have dual microphones which are waterproof because this is IP67 certified, so it can be submerged in water for a limited period of time. So of course with a circular watch we have to have circular packaging, which is quite nice here. So I'm just going to cut the plastic along the side. So we just have these 3 tabs to cut along the side. Alright, so just lift the lid here, shouldn't come right out. There we go. So if you look inside, you'll see Moto 360, a little padding here for the watch face, which is right there. And inside we'll find our Moto 360 in this little cradle here, looking really sleek. So as you can see here, we have this little pad to keep the watch band in shape. Just push that out, it's a little foam pad. And there is the watch band. You can really smell the fresh leather in here. So this is Horween leather by an American manufacturer. Looks really sharp. You can see that the inside is more of a velvet sort of texture. The outside is a shinier leather texture. We have our watch face, which is covered in plastic. Let's go and peel that off. Really sharp looking. We also have a piece of plastic covering the back panel, so let's go and peel that off. So behind this cradle we'll find all the accessories. So the first thing I see here is the wireless charging dock. So let's go and pop this out of here. Still toward the back you'll find your micro USB charging port. At the bottom you'll find this rubber foot with the Motorola branding. This grips onto a table, prevents it from sliding off. It's also pretty nicely weighted here, so it shouldn't come off too easily. And then we have the charging surface, as you can see here, which is where the watch rests in. Now the entire device or the entire dock is actually covered in sort of a matte texture material, which actually feels quite nice and should do a nice job protecting the watch from scratching. We also have the micro USB charging cable for the charging dock, and this also is Motorola branding, complete with the Motorola dimple, familiar from the Motorola phones. And we have some light paperwork here, so we have a quick start guide just telling us to charge it first and how to turn it on, and then some regulatory information. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up the gray version. So as you can see here, again, much more jewelry-like with that raw stainless steel finish. Again, very attractive, along with that gray watch band, which I think a lot of people don't prefer. I think a lot of people prefer the black watch band. Let's go ahead and push that through. So there we go, we just have our little screen protector here to protect that Corning Gorilla Glass 3 front glass. And then we have the same protector on the back protecting the heart rate monitor. Now inside we'll find the exact same accessories, including the charging dock and the power adapter, all the same color. Of course we also have our paperwork. So taking a look at the watch faces, again you have the stainless steel version with that milled metal finish, which I think looks pretty nice. The black version, again, a little more stealthy here. Can't quite see as much of that metal finish because it is painted black, but again, it is stainless steel and you can kind of see the finish or the grain of the milled metal there. I think a lot of people will actually prefer the leather watch band on the black version versus this more velvet-like watch band on the gray version. It's actually similar to the texture behind the black watch band. As you can see, the gray and black look the same when you flip them over. We also have stainless steel watch buckles, and as you can see when you flip them around, they actually tell you that's stainless steel here. So again, I think it looks a little more jewelry-like on the stainless steel, raw stainless steel version versus the black. Now the watch bands are removable, but the pins are a little difficult to get at. Now along the left side you'll find the microphone assembly, which is water resistant. Now along the right-hand edge, filling the position of a traditional watch crown, you'll find a home button, which is surrounded in a brass-like material here. So again, it looks a little more premium. Now if you look at the back, you'll see the heart rate monitor toward the center, which uses an LED light. Now making some headlines is the fact that the Moto 360 really doesn't have a full 360-degree display. There's a little notch down here which houses the ambient light sensor, the display drivers, and the digitizer. So that's necessary in order to create this really thin bezel and edge-to-edge display, because it has to go somewhere. I think it's really impressive because it creates a very large display without creating a large watch face. It looks really impressive, and when I mean edge-to-edge, it really is edge-to-edge. In fact, the display seems to extend behind the watch face. It's really interesting, especially with the beveled glass edge, which looks really sharp here. Again, much more like jewelry than most smartwatches today, and again, a really sharp display. Alright, so let's go and power this on for the first time. Just going to tap and hold the power button along the side. Boots up and you get that little Motorola logo. Alright, first thing we need to do is select our language, and we have to install the Android Wear app on our Android phone. So I've already installed the Android Wear app, so what I have to do now is pair with a new wearable. So right now it's scanning for available devices. Right now I have 3 available, but the one I want is displayed right here. In fact, if you go to your Android Wear device here, you actually see the identifier. So you can see Moto 360 B583. So I'm going to go ahead and select that one. So right now it's connecting to the watch using Bluetooth. So you, of course, need to make sure that Bluetooth is turned on. We're going to click pair. So they're paired and ready to go. And the first thing